Hi, Sean McCormick here. I'm a home podcaster, and I'm currently using the podcasting suite I built mainly for myself and my 13-year-old daughter here in our basement. It's nothing terribly fancy. A lot of the equipment is old stuff I've had kicking around for years. The basement itself is untreated. I have a forced air furnace. You hear furnace noise, wind noise. The walls are all pressed panel board, really ugly 70s stuff. And I do have some 70s carpet that soaks up some noise, but it's not a treated studio environment. And you can tell. So what I'm talking about today are microphones. Now, if you watched the How to Podcast videos, you've no doubt stumbled across Your High-Tech Redneck, Ryan Erlacher, I think. I have a horrible time with his last name. But fantastic podcast, great instructional material. He does have a nice, very nice Heil PR40 microphone I would dearly love to have, but that thing costs about $400. I can't afford one at this point. I'd also like to have a Shure SM-58, but they cost over $100, and I need about 3 or 4 of them because sometimes when my kid broadcasts, she has friends over working on the broadcast with her, or sometimes myself. So I was trying to figure out what I could do in the $25 price range. Now, if you've surfed around eBay, you'll see they have microphones in the $25 price range, and one of the best sellers is the Shengyue BM-700. It's a very nice looking microphone. Unfortunately, when you get one home, you'll find out it's not necessarily the best sounding microphone. So I'm going to switch over to that right now. Okay, I'm back on the BM-700 by Shengyue. And as you can tell, it's got a little more tinniness to the character. Doesn't sound as nice, but what's really bad is it's a noisy microphone. Now, you might hear a hissing fading in and out in the background. Everything runs through a Multicom Pro XL Audio Interactive Dynamics processor, model MDX 4800, as you'll see on the YourHightechRedneck.com instructional videos. Very nice piece of equipment, and it can sort of take out noise below a certain level. Right now, I've got my compressor set to the exact same settings you'll see in Ryan's video, and when I talk, the background noise comes in. When I stop, it goes away. I'm just going to turn the trigger all the way down to 0 and let the background noise come in. So right now you can hear that hissing in the background. It's fairly constant. And I will turn the compressor back up to Ryan's recommended settings of 4. As you can hear, the background hissing went away. But when I talk, it comes back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's very annoying when you're doing a podcast to hear that hissing coming in and out in the background. It's distracting. And that's a $25 microphone. So does $25 work for a microphone? Actually, yes. I'm going to switch back to my other microphone now. One moment. Okay, I'm back on my microphone I was using at first. This is a Behringer XM-1800S, I believe. I bought mine for $50 for a pack of 3. They came in their own hard case, and they even came with the little adapters for the microphone stand, which was lovely. Now, these are obviously a rip-off of the Shure SM-58, which Ryan recommends and costs about $100 or more. And I'd love to have one of those too, but hey, you know what? For, less than $20 a piece, these sound pretty good. And I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to turn off the trigger on my gate. Same settings that Ryan recommends. So 1 second here. Right now I have my mic open. The furnace is running in the background. And we'll just let you listen for a second for background noise. I don't think you're hearing any because I have my headphones cranked up. And by the way, I have the same headphone amplifier that Ryan also uses, bought through his Amazon page. Please support him. He's wonderful. And hey, this thing sounds pretty good, and it was under $20. I have mine in a shock mount I got for $3 on eBay. It came with a pop filter. I don't have a windscreen over it, but hey, for about $20, it works really well. I'm very happy with it. So if you're looking for a budget option, I really recommend that you look at the Behringer XM-1800S, which comes in the 3-pack for $50 American, even $40 American if you shop around with free shipping. And it's a really good deal. I would say stay away from the Shengyue BM-700. I'll switch back again. Okay, I'm back on my Shengyue BM-700, and you can hear that hissing in the background again, which is just so lovely. And yeah, this thing costs actually a little more than the Behringer mic. I only got one of them, and yeah, sure, hey, it looks really neat. It's very impressive. It came with its own shock mount. It came with its own windscreen. But the microphone is really noisy and just doesn't sound that good. So I wouldn't recommend it for a podcast. So this is kind of my microphone shootout here between my two microphones that I'm using right now. The Behringer XM-1800S and the Shengyue BM-700. Now finally, I'm going to go over and pop onto my one expensive microphone I have. It's a Shure SM57. It cost me about $140 with the windscreen, the pop shield, and everything else. So I'll move over to that right now. Now you're listening to me on a Shure SM57, which cost about $140 shipped. It has the add-on windscreen pop shield and an additional pop shield which came with my little shock-proof mount for my microphone stand that cost me $3 on eBay. I love eBay. So this is the $140 microphone you're hearing right now, Shure SM57. I'm going to walk over. I have just muted my Shure SM57. I'm on my Behringer XM-1800S, which cost under $20. And it sounds pretty good for around $20. And finally, I'm going to go to my $25 Shengyue microphone. Okay, folks, I'm back on the Shengyue BM-700, and you can hear the noises back. And this was the mid-range microphone in price, $25 versus under $20 for my Behringer. So I'd say if you're looking for an inexpensive microphone, I would go with a Behringer. Yes, it's a Shure SM58 ripoff, but you know what? It's well built, it's pretty rugged, and it sounds good, and the price is right. So this is my take on cheap microphones. Sean McCormick from my basement, the cellar dweller. Have a great day.